Indiana Jones, It's a podcast about Indiana Jones. Every movie, 1 minute at a time. The Indiana Jones Minute.
Welcome back to the Indiana Jones Minute. This is the show where we've been discussing the film Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny and the, what is that, Past Perfect
Stop.
or something? What is that?
Wait, you just said we have been discussing. What is this? You've never said that before.
It's a little weird. I don't know what to, I mean, you know,
That
I don't
was
want
weird.
It doesn't, if I said where we are doing that, that would imply that like we'll be here next week doing the same thing again or something, and I don't know if that's exactly
Whoa.
true.
This got weird.
Anyway, I'm Tom Taylor.
Okay, I don't know who I am. I guess I'm Pete Mummer.
You know what? For 10 years I've been the intern. 10 years on the show.
Talk to you about that, Jerry.
10 years I'm the intern. Joe Christopher Marcus Porter.
You know, it's
And
one of those
so
things.
you'll always stay.
He got promoted to like senior manager 6 years ago. He just never
And we never told
looked
him.
at the he never looked at the thing on the door.
Poor guy. But hey, listen, we're still here. We still got minutes to talk about. We got minutes 154 to 155. And these begin with Pete, Jerry, and Tom trying and failing to keep things normal and breezy, even though their 10-year, 5-movie project is coming to an end. And the minutes end with the three of them riding off into the sunset, even though they will probably ruin that perfect exit by having a few more episodes down the line, making it all anticlimactic.
It's interesting. This movie, maybe like this podcast, ends very quietly and sort of with a sense of melancholy with this music. It's very, but it also maybe like this podcast, the music seems to lend a gravity that the movie maybe doesn't have.
Yeah, maybe.
But it's a beautiful, quiet end to this soundtrack.
Yeah. I don't know. Do I prefer when a movie goes out with a bang musically at the end of the credits? Or
Well, they often end with the Raiders March, right? Like I think a lot of these end with the
Yeah,
Raiders
I think
March.
they usually do. Yeah.
This one's weird. Yeah.
Yeah. Superman ends very quietly, and it makes me sad, but in a good way. Like, oh, I just went through a big adventure. And now it's
I
done.
like that. So I like that when you can stop and reflect and it's melancholy and you think, oh, I'm already kind of sad that world's not there anymore.
Yeah. I got to
But
get up and go
I don't know
outside.
if this movie, I don't know if that this movie earned that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's interesting.
you know what? We see the Walt Disney.
That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Soundtrack
Yeah.
on Walt Disney. That's weird.
Okay, yeah.
We also see there's a couple of chunks of like COVID credits.
Yeah.
Like people who I guess coordinated, safety protocols or whatever and stuff. And is that the only kind of like what other job that you would see in credits would tell you exactly when the movie was made?
Oh, that's a good question.
Wow.
Like there's never been like a Godzilla coordinator or something, or like a
Yeah.
Pearl Harbor expert.
Was there like the influenza of 1919
Right, yeah.
coordinator? I don't know.
Yeah, it's amazing when you watch that. Like you're like, whoa, you really like you don't think about it when you watch it now, but you realize when
It's
was
like even if it
filmed.
was like like Betamax editor or something, you'd
Yeah.
be like, oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
sometime in the
Yeah.
like late 70s, early 80s. But like COVID is like, oh, that's a very
Yeah.
specific amount of time that could have happened in.
Yeah.
Polio pal. I don't know.
You had a pal.
Yeah, it's alliterative.
Unit. Polio pal unit.
It's-
I'm looking. I have a screenshot here, a little bit farther down the scroll here, and it's Morocco, Ontario, Canada, Australia. It says this film benefited from the French tax rebate.
Oh, good for
Yeah,
them.
and the New South Wales, and you're like, if I told you that, would you know what
Nope.
movie it was? Would that? Yeah,
Yeah.
or could that be a lot of different movies?
That could be a lot of different movies.
I don't even know what was done in Australia in this movie or in France. Or I have no idea.
Somebody could tell us.
Yeah,
but not us.
someone's yelling at it, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
It's
gosh, it
interesting-
credits Sid and Marty Krofft. I just saw that. That's really
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
I like that.
And Alexander McKendrick. Thanks, Alexander McKendrick, who directed one of my favorite films, Sweet Spell of Success.
Oh, really?
And he thanks Milos Forman, who did, of course,
Gosh, I missed
Amadeus and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. And then it looks like maybe he think his parents or grandparents or someone with the name Mangold.
Yeah, a couple of Mangolds in there.
Yeah.
Wonder why I was thanking Milos. What'd he do?
I don't know I don't know if he took classes with him or if he would just he felt like his films informed his own style. I don't know. Yeah, I'm curious.
That's fun.
Yeah.
The
The Sicily Marine Unit. Would you know if I gave you that?
Nah? Godfather 2?
Oh, that's true.
Or just Godfather? Yeah, we got some music credits, Space Oddity, Magical Mystery Tour, all the hits.
Yeah.
Fly Me to the Moon. Did I miss that? Tom Jones singing Fly Me to the Moon?
I don't remember that
happening.
either. Yeah. Oh, that's
Go for
interesting. I
me,
don't remember that. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Do you, Tommy, do you have a favorite Beatles song?
Oh, that's a good question. I remember listening to the Beatles as a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like my parents had Sgt. Pepper's, and it was like an original thing that'd probably almost be worth money today if I hadn't like popped out all the, they had those like there was like a cardboard sheet with like figures of them and stuff, and you'd pop them out. Yeah, we weren't supposed to pop them out. You're supposed to save them and pass them on to your grandchildren and stuff. But I was like, neat, I'm a kid, so I ruined that. But listening to it, I was like, oh wow, music is really cool. Like music is. I always think of like in Day in the Life that kind of at the end of the bridge going back into the Paul McCartney part, that brah, 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 brah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, and I would listen to that over and over and over, going, "Oh my gosh, that sounds like I feel that in like my brain. That's like, oh my gosh, that's really
Yeah.
cool."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know
How'd
if
they
that's
do
my
that?
favorite
Yeah.
song. That's not my answer, but I
My
don't know.
answer
I
is
thought that was really cool.
Don't Let Me Down.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love that one. And it's got kind of like this soundtrack. It's got a sort of a nice melancholy air to it, but it's also like the last song they played, or one of the last songs they played together up on the rooftop.
Oh sure.
Pete, why, like, when I hear "Don't Let Me Down," is that sort of an imperative? Is it, you know what I mean?
Better not.
Yeah. Is it like a request? Is it a prayer?
See, I
Is it
famously
sort of, is
don't
it an
know
inside,
lyrics, so I just
is
know
it-
I just think
is
of
it-
the music.
I don't either, really. But like, I wonder, is it parenthetical? Like, did he walk away from a meeting with his friend and he asked his friend something, and as he's walking away, he's thinking, "Don't let me down." You know what I mean?
I hope it's not telling someone, because that puts a lot of pressure on a person.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Way to ruin everything, buddy. It just
Well, Pete, what about what is your favorite Antonio Carlos Jobim song? Because we have "Girl from Ipanema" in here, right?
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
One Note Samba with him and Frank Sinatra on some Sinatra special he did once.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I think Corcovado is my favorite, but One Note Samba is a good one.
Yeah. I like One Note Samba.
Yeah. Wave, I think, is my favorite.
Oh, dang,
Yeah.
I knew it. I was just gonna, I'm looking
Now I
it
gotta look up
You know
Wave.
Yeah.
Okay, you know the one I love on that slays me, it's from that album. I believe it's the last track, and it's Captain Bacardi.
Captain Picard. Oh,
I don't
But
know that off the top of
that-
my head. I gotta
That
listen to that one.
album cover is incredible.
Yeah.
okay. What's your favorite David Bowie song? Don't you wonder sometimes?
Gosh, that's a good question. That's
See,
a
I
really
like
good.
Space Oddity.
Yeah,
I do too.
I think that
That's a
might
very
be
good
it.
song.
I have to.
I like a lot of 80s stuff like Fashion. That's super cool.
I have to
or like
think
late
about
70s, I
that.
forget what that is.
Yeah, I'm a little Swiss cheesy on David Bowie.
Oh,
you
yeah?
know?
Okay. Hey,
Well,
listen,
I mean, it's like I know some stuff, and then I come back out, and then I know
Yeah.
some stuff, and I come back.
there's a lot
I'm
there.
not. Yeah, there is. There's a lot of different eras. I mean, I guess I don't know. Maybe I'll just go with the safe. Maybe Modern Love. I don't know.
That's a good song.
Kind of down.
It wasn't cool to say at the time, but it's a good song.
yeah. Sure. Was it not cool to say at the time?
Well, it's not cool to say because, like, David Bowie fans thought that he had just sold out and become an MTV star
yeah.
and stuff.
I get that. I mean, if you like, sure.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised to hear they think that.
Doesn't mean it's not a good song.
There's very, very, very few people who were big in the 70s and made it through the squirrely cuckoo 80s.
Right.
Like intact. And
Yeah.
Neil Young, what's his famous album? We talk about it. Neil Young's famous 80s album that's really
Trans.
out there. Yeah, Trans.
Yeah.
You're like, that's a perfect, and there's a bunch of people who are like, that album's actually really good.
It is.
But, a lot of people, but you're like, if you're thinking of, okay, this guy wrote and is singing on Helpless.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. And
both
then
those things happened to the same person in the same lifetime? Okay.
Tom's favorite had a career kind of like that. Phil Collins.
That's not funny, Pete.
Phil Collins. Hey, what's weird is he did. I mean, his 80s were like his, he's like printing gold bars.
But he made it like
in the
he was still going strong in the 90s. Like he weathered the 80s.
I don't know.
But didn't he sort of peak in the 80s? So like that was sort of like his time. That was his thing.
Yeah.
As opposed to like the
yeah.
Rolling Stones or David Bowie or somebody who peaked in like the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. That's tough.
It is tough.
It's tough. I'm trying to think. I mean, because there's the bands that are really iconic of the 70s. They get to the 80s, and you're like, okay, you're like, Kiss takes off their makeup.
So. I hate Kiss.
Did Indiana Jones Minute ever peak, or are we?
I think we stayed in the 80s.
Yeah.
I think
I don't think we made it. I think
we should have stayed in the 80s.
Yeah.
we weren't big in the
movie should have stayed in the
70s, and we weren't big in the 80s either.
When did we
And,
peak? That's a really good question. I feel like I want to say it was part of Raiders, but I don't know if we
Somewhere
had fully
it was
hit our
downhill,
stride by then.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the show was best during. Well, I think maybe during like late Temple of Doom, early Crystal Skull, not
really?
early
Last
Crusade.
Yeah, that
'Cause
could
it was.
be.
I feel like we were hitting our stride, but we hadn't like burned out yet.
Yeah. It's easy to burn out once you get to Crystal Skull.
Yeah.
And we had fun with that movie.
No, yeah, but I mean, you guys burned
Yeah.
out a little bit in Last Crusade too.
Yeah, that was hard for me and Jerry.
Yeah.
That was because it's you cannot say it's a bad movie in any way. It's good. It's
Yeah,
fun.
you
It's a
both
romp.
did,
It's a,
repeatedly.
but
Yeah.
only because we would keep poking each other on the shoulder and reminding ourselves. Oh, remember Raiders though? Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
What do you think of that when you think about this movie?
And I'm not denying your right to not like that movie
I
so
know.
much, but I think the last time that we were all three happy and striding might have been into Temple of Doom, and maybe right when that one started before we all realized.
Jerry was despondent when we finished Raiders. He did not even want to go on to like Temple of Doom or anything. He's like, this is the one I like. This is the
He
movie I
also
came here
famously
for.
said they never should have made Empire Strikes Back.
That's true.
Okay, hang on.
Godfather
I
2.
didn't say that. What I said was it would have been fine
Yes.
if they had ended with Star Wars.
It is
That's
fun
all
to
I said.
picture
It
that
would-
world.
Yeah, it would have
Yeah.
been fine. It wouldn't
Yeah.
have we all would have celebrated it, and it would have been great.
It's like Tom
look,
Selleck as Indiana Jones. It's the same thing. Exactly the same thing.
to our listeners, I will say I'm fully aware that all three of us are smashed together into the two Muppets that are up on top of the. Yeah. Well, who is it?
Statler and Waldorf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Farticle and Animosical. Whatever his name is, Animosky. No, I understand that we have certainly come off over the last decade, and I think who is it again, Tommy?
Statler and Waldorf.
Yeah, they've, I know that we've all changed positions, and then there's been certain times when all three of us have been those Statler and Waldorf figures.
Yeah.
And that, that's how it comes off. Like, no, what's happening below during the Muppet Show is actually great.
Yeah.
But you know what? Unlike the Muppet Show, what we have not deserved, I think, is just the incredible warmth and outpouring of support from listeners
Oh my God.
over
yeah.
these years, which has been really overwhelming and incredible. Like, just people are so nice and so thoughtful and so kind, and man,
There've been a lot of
that's
nice words coming through, like in the last month or so, as we're
Yeah,
approaching this episode and like the end of the show and everything and stuff. And people have been saying, "Oh my gosh, this meant a lot. This has been a really fun ride. This has been great. You guys are awesome." Stop it, cut it out. And it sounds like false, like modesty. But like I think the three of us are always like, "Wait, people listen to us? People listen to us and like this show, and it matters to them, and it's part of their day, and that's incredible." I don't know how to process that.
I mean, we always said we wanted to, if we start it, we want to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was long before, there
well, we
was
were ordered
even
to finish it.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That was the mandate from Star Wars Minute.
You were ordered to finish it. The mandate from the, and tip of the hat
We
to
haven't mentioned in a long time, but they are the genesis of this
yeah.
project.
Genesis? Yeah, no, it's true.
They're they get the blame or the credit or whatever. We shamelessly ripped them off.
Yeah, well, they invited us to.
No, yeah, they did. Yeah,
It's their fault.
They gave us the blessing, and they helped kickstart
and a curse.
and
Mm-hmm.
a curse. Well, and they came on our show many times.
Yeah,
Pete
every
and
season.
These are
Alex
our
and-
first
yeah.
guests.
They were.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
In fact, if you guys want, this is a little hammy. It might take too long, but I could read the names of every
Ooh.
single person who's ever been a guest on this show.
Yeah,
Okay, give me some hokey music. Okay, we want to thank, but thank you for coming on the show and being part of this, and making it more than just three of us yapping at each other. And these are roughly in the order in which they appeared on the show. But like you said, our very first actual guests were Pete the Retailer and Alex Robinson, followed immediately by Christy Porter, Eric
she wasn't a guest. She's our
Okay, screw Christy Porter. You're right. I
our
hear you loud and
invisible
clear. Yeah.
co-host.
She's the worst. I agree.
Yeah.
Eric Drysdale, Scott Roseanne, Steve Crouch, Paul Sully Sullivan, Kevin Marr, John Engel, Mitch Bryan, Doris Weiss, Reed Kavanaugh, Jamie Anderson, John Brugan, Dr. Eric Wells, Brett Stillo, Andrew J. Hawthorne, Jamie Benning, Sean Crespo, Crystal Beth, Heather Antos, Chris Eliopoulos, Ryan DeGiorgi, Evan Jacober, Jonathan Rinsler.
Oh,
Jonathan
man.
and
Jim
I just got
O'Kane, Mark Cerulli, David Stoker, Chris LaSalle, Heather Airgood, Christopher DeGuardia, Hal Loveland, Mark Gagliardi, Sean German, Jaman Zeman, Alice. Do we say Alice's last name? I don't even know Alice's last name.
Alice.
Yeah, Alice.
Yeah,
Just
Alice
Alice.
Rayback.
Yeah.
Lila Higgins, Josh Horowitz, Rudra Benjeri, Tasha Robinson, Song Riddle, Rachel Fox, Stephen Badham, Ed Dollista, Justin Hopkins, Eric Zala, Matt Carson, Cassandra Fredrickson, Dan Lewis, Scott Corelli, Jonathan Carlisle, Steve Lasto, Neil Brown, George Hendricks, Andre Julian, Devin Hayes, Gordy Adams, Janeth from 7-Eleven, Father David Mowry, Rachel Mummert, Tierney Steele Callahan, Rick Ingram, Julia Ingram, Thor Ritz, Joe Dater, Gary Roby, Lise Valentine, Jennifer Lavasser, Joe Mazel, Bert Tennell, Garen Cockrell, Doug Greenberg, Mark Heidemann, Risa, Ken Plume, Amy Young, Steve Ward, Joe and Andrew Dorowski, Josh Bell, Brett Troyan, Rob Lumley, Alan J. Sanders, Christopher Ramirez, Dr. Edward Barnhart, Toby Capwell, Dr. David Anderson, Tabitha Carlisle, Jonathan Howell, Curtis Blows, Andre Crabtree III, Ryan Anderson, Deborah Helt, Joe Spaley, Eric Habingay, Patrick Cotnoir, Mark Campbell, Jason Auman, John Solomon, Johnny Powers, Tim Stock, Dave Arsenault, William Burke, Brian Riley, Joey Bomer, John Harris, Natalie Polakowski, Sasha Brainerd, Blair Wilson, Niall McGowan, Jonathan Parker, Matt Drum, and Damian Fahey. Thank you all. And we should say, obviously, Dial of Destiny, we didn't have a ton of guests. We kind of did it a little bit by the seat of our pants and how we could fit it into our lives. And that meant not having on a lot of those people who we would have liked to have had on again.
Can I something that sort of hit me a little bit when you read through those. I think I recognized at least 3 of those names who have passed away since we recorded. That
I think you're
it's
right.
kind of incredible when you've been recording for 10 years. Like,
Tom, hearing you read that is really, I kind of wasn't expecting that. And that really blew my mind. It's like a memory lane of so many folks. But what was interesting is you're like Crystal Beth or Jonathan Rinsler or, any of the people.
Jamie
And
Bing.
I was just like, Thor. Remember we had Thor out. You're like,
Right.
it's all these different seasons and periods.
Yeah.
And
Someone
we
asked
would-
in the Crusade recently, like, hey, are you going to be able to watch these movies again? And I was like, I think I can, but whenever I watch them now, it's going to be like, oh, this is when so-and-so said that about the thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
oh, this guy was with us for that whole week. And, she
Yeah.
said the thing about the, so it's kind of cool that.
That's an excellent question. Can you unlearn something, or can you wipe the slate? I mean, I would ask that.
There have been entire movies about that question.
Of our yes, well, then I would think to myself, like, if you're out listening to the podcast, Indiana Jones, can you go back and watch the movies again?
Or can you wipe your memory of having listened to this show?
Have we ruined everything?
We've just disregard whatever the hell we say.
There were some things though that were, I think, kind of freaked a lot of people out, like the Jawa, in or the
I know it freaked me out.
the dead
Oh
toad.
my gosh!
The Ted.
Yeah.
That
the dead-
might be whenever what's your favorite moment on the show or whatever. That always, I don't know if it is my favorite moment of the show, but it springs to mind as a possibility of just like we're just chatting pleasantly with Jamie Bending, and then I'm like, oh my god, wait a minute, you guys, take a look at Tote.
Yeah.
Or don't. That was scary. It was like an on-air discovery.
That was. Hard to pick a favorite one.
A favorite guest?
Favorite moment. Just favorite.
Oh, yeah. I said you're not allowed to do a favorite guest.
It's been, there's a joy to. I was going to say, regardless of how we all felt about a certain minute or a certain movie or whatever it is, doesn't a character or the plot or whatever. The interesting thing is, you take these notes or you have these ideas. Certainly, this is something I've learned early on, that when you just walk through it, it's like you're staring at the pool before you've jumped in, and you're like, I can imagine at what it's going to feel like when I jump in, but that's very different than when you actually jump in the water and you're wet.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'd say one of the things that's been interesting about doing this show is you have notes. I hand wrote all my notes. Wow. I have an enormous a drawer in the kitchen where there should be spatulas and stuff, but instead it's like my 10 years of handwritten notes for the Indiana Jones Minute, and I just shove them all in there, and I have a like a sheaflet, like
you should sell them on eBay.
Yeah, exactly. As a matter of fact, you want to know what my last note for? It says, this is my last note for Indiana Jones Minute Podcast. It's in the left corner. It says DOD, which I always did. I put like, Last Crusade or Raiders.
Sure.
It says DOD, and then it says 10 years.
God, you know what else? I know that we mentioned a while ago that it was like 10 years when we started recording. This goes out to the world on April 27th, I think. Yeah. And less than a week later is when the show actually aired for the first time.
Oh, man.
May 2nd, 2016.
We should mention, too, that we are not actually going away. Like we are.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Like there are no more Indiana Jones movies on the horizon. But there will be more stuff in this feed. Certainly,
Yeah.
and then we are actively
don't delete
working
anything.
together on another project together that is not based on an Indiana Jones movie or any movie.
Right.
Yeah.
that
Well,
we can
watch a movie
kind
here
of
and there,
what I was thinking, reflecting as you're reading the names of all the guests, Tommy, is that, I took my notes and I had an idea of what the minute was going to go like, because, we're all sitting here, we're doing it live, it's recorded, but
We did it
live.
live.
But the way you talk about stuff is live, and your thoughts are live, and you go over your notes, and I would have an idea of, or like like, okay, the minute, minute 63, the discussion is going to take this shape. And what I discovered is, of course, that was so often not the case
Oh, yeah.
at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
So whatever I was predicting, or even if there was a couple of like some notes that I would asterisk and be like, this is the main point of the minute.
This is
Yeah.
gonna bring the house down.
That have nothing to do with how the minute went. And then other times you'd be like, man, I have nothing for this minute. It sucks.
Yeah.
And frequently those would be my favorite discussions.
The stuff would just come up.
One of the things, that I just learned is there was no, I don't want to use the word control, but no predicting of sort of, it was its own, I don't know, exercise of allowing the discussion to happen,
It was
or
pretty
allowing
organic.
the thoughts to
Yeah,
come. And
it
your
was.
your co-hosts and your guests and people kicking ideas around and
It's definitely not
that's-
scripted.
Yeah,
Right.
and just kind of what you'd walk away with at the end was frequently very different than how I would walk into the show at the beginning.
Well, and some of my favorite moments on the show were when Jerry would have some very obviously multiple asterisked things to say, and he would say them, and then it would just be dead silent.
I'd be like, what are you talking about?
Multiple asterisk.
You're very excited about something, Jerry, but I just don't follow.
Well, and what we really discovered was our favorite part about it was the organic discussions that would happen with the guests who are frequently experts in a field or
Oh, yeah.
something and that has germinated over the last decade and sort of along what we would like to continue when we do this new show. We're going to have, it's going to be along the lines of having a more organic discussion with non-movie stuff, but people who have ideas or are experts or are who have things to say in their field.
Yeah, that's always been part of the stuff that's excited us.
That's been the best
about
part
the
of that,
conversations.
and
Yeah.
getting the feedback from audience members, just people reaching out and saying hello, or the listeners crusade, or just being able to connect really on any of the levels. I mean, what begins as Indiana Jones, but would frequently be music or a location or a type of pizza, or what kind of font is your favorite font?
Well, it's kind of amazing, like just how many people I've met, like all over the world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's pretty cool. Like
It's pretty. If you, we just read the list of guests, but if you like tallied the people who you like know now, who
Yeah.
you didn't know
No,
when we
yeah.
started
hung
this.
out with in person.
Yeah, hung out with in person. You correspond with. You, might call on the
Yeah.
phone. Please
Yeah.
don't.
One of them will definitely call you on the phone.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And he was
you
an
better.
early on guest.
He
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, very early. It was like guest number 6 or something.
But yeah, so don't, we're this new show is germinating, and you'll hear about it here first in this feed, and there's going to be other Indiana Jones stuff to talk about, I'm sure, along the line. We got a video game.
We got
There's
the
other
video games,
Spielberg,
we got
Harrison Ford stuff going on in the world. God help us, there might be more Indiana Jones news
Got a
in the
new-
future. I don't know.
New Spielberg movie coming out.
yeah,
Pretty,
yeah.
Pretty
So,
shortly after we're recording this.
Right. And, I keep trying to force these guys to do a commentary track with me on some of these movies.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
to watch
that's what
it
we're gonna
live
do.
and
That
do the
yeah, we'll
thing?
do like a
Yeah,
live,
do
okay.
it live.
a live watch along. Yeah,
Yeah.
We'll do it.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
we'll do it live. Yeah.
Do it,
thing
Jerry.
sucks.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Oh, so you could also, if you would like to keep hearing us regularly in the meantime, before we come back with our next show or, extra content here, we will still be going strong over on Anything Goes, our Patreon channel.
Yeah.
Every couple of weeks, we'll have a new episode, and we will likely do a lot more stuff with that now that we don't have this this on our back anymore.
Boat anchor.
Albatross.
But hopefully, maybe we can be a little bit like Temple of Doom and swing for the fences a little bit. We'll take some more
That's
chances
right.
with that show and do some more.
We've done a lot of fun
types
stuff.
Of
Though.
things.
If you haven't been there, I can't believe you haven't. If you haven't, but we've been doing that for almost 10 years, and so like we've done like long form conversation, like multi-episode conversations about like Jaws and Close Encounters and Star Wars, and
E.T.
E.T. and Superman, and God, I don't even know what else.
We did 1941.
1941.
1941. I think we did
we had a
the
question
Star
and
Wars
answer
holiday
series.
special. Oh yeah, Dear
Ask
Abner.
Abner.
Yeah.
A,
Or, yeah,
view,
Dear
a
Abner.
view to a kill.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But check
Oh, that
it
was
out.
on the regular channel, I think.
I don't know.
But yeah, we did
Oh,
the
maybe,
comic,
yeah.
but we did the comic books. Some
Oh,
of the
yeah,
comic books
some
we
indie
did.
comics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did all kinds of stuff
So
over
the
there.
party is still going on over there, and it's patreon.com/Indiana Jones Minute, and you can go over there and support us doing our stuff and get access to those, and you will never be sorry ever again about anything.
And you may hear some of our some snippets from our new show before it
Oh,
actually
yeah.
comes out over there too. So
We tend to be nicer to the people over there and let them in on little secrets, little previews and stuff. Not that
Well,
we're
you
not nice
won't
to
you won't
guys.
be lonely.
No. Oh, I
Yeah.
mean, yes, you will not be lonely.
you will be
won't be-
slightly
yeah.
less lonely. Put it that way.
Right. I don't know. We playing us out to end the show? What do we do?
Is anyone gonna beep in live when we do it live?
Oh God, I don't know. Speaking
no,
of beep
I'm
beep
gonna leave
beeping
you,
in.
I'm gonna leave you hanging.
Aw man.
No, I'm not doing it.
Uh
We're not doing it. There's nothing. Oh.
Beep.
This coming in over the wire.
Oh.
Are we still? What is it? 10 years later? We're still using a telegraph.
When did
think
that
it's gotta
start?
be janky.
When was the first time that happened? I was trying to remember. Was that
It
during
didn't happen
Raiders?
right away.
No.
I have no.
Was it after Christy showed up and like she still wanted to write in or something?
Just wanted to write in.
Yeah, guys, I got more stuff to say.
Okay, this just in from Professor Christy Porter.
Oh.
Name 3 things, and I think this is meant for you listeners out there in TV land too. Yeah, name 3 things you learned and forgot in the last 10 years from this show.
How
wow.
will I remember them if I forgot them?
We would have
How
to
can I
tell
name
each
them
other
if I
what
forgot
they
them?
forgot. Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe,
Pete,
I
the
don't
whole
know.
thing has really been like the Muppet Show, hasn't it?
The whole thing has been 12
3 things that you've
pumpkin
learned and
pies.
forgot and remembered. Like Thor, I remembered we had Thor on, and he was great. He was
the
getting
math
his,
guy, right? Like
yeah,
the,
he was getting his PhD.
Yeah, in cartography.
Was it cartography, geography?
Yeah.
I think he was getting his PhD in geography, and I was like, oh, what? I was kind of thinking, so you draw a better looking map? And you're like, no, it's fascinating how they,
Yeah.
fascinating how what you do on the PhD level when you're getting geography.
Yeah. I don't know what I've forgotten, but
Well, that was just a little kick in the old humorous.
yeah. Oh,
It can be 3 things you've learned.
Well, one of the biggest things on this show, I think that's impacted the most people was legless lizards.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Legless lizards was
Yeah.
huge. That took me a long
Yeah.
time to get my head around.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the existence of legless lizards.
Yeah.
And that they're not snakes.
And
What the hell's the difference?
there was a loss of innocence there too.
There was. Because wasn't it the
like-
same week as the Jawa? The Jawa and the Well of Souls?
Oh, well,
like
it
hanging
might
on
have
the
been.
wall?
It was John Brugan. It might have
Yeah.
been.
Yeah.
Oh, well, and
He
you
messed
just
us up
kind of
big
like
time.
you're like so there's these things out there that are sort of peddled or they're sold to me as snakes. And yet,
Yeah.
and yet,
And yet, they are but legless lizards. I still couldn't tell you the difference, but that's okay. I don't need to know.
It's all in the ears.
I remember realizing, I don't know how it came up, and I don't think it came up in the moment. I think it was like way after we were past this minute, but noticing that Belloc took Indy's whip in Peru.
Oh,
when
yeah.
he comes out of the
Yeah,
cave.
I forgot that again,
That
so-
messed me up big time.
Yeah.
Because the implications of that are, he's got like a, does he buy them by the 10-pack or something? He's got like a whole case of whips. It's not like the whip. He just
You know,
grabs the next
I'll
one.
say a few things I learned. One was I had no idea that the flying wing was a super weird looking thing.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
I just saw it when I watched the movie. There's kind of that clip of it turning, and you see the big wings, and I just kind of thought I like missed the body of the plane or something.
Oh,
I just,
okay.
yeah, I did not think like, oh, what the hell is that? That's a weird plane. I didn't. And so I think we did a whole episode on that with Jim O'Kane, I believe.
No, that was with Brett Stillo.
Oh, that's
with
right.
Brett
Yeah.
Stillo.
Yeah.
And I just that was something I learned a lot about, and I hadn't really noticed. I'd say something else, and Pete, I'm gonna throw you a bone here.
Oh.
The whole you said that after Raiders I was really like, oh, you were I was despondent, and I didn't want to do it. Like, what are we gonna do now? And your take on Temple of Doom, which still sucks, but your take on it got me to think about. You said no, wait. They took chances. They
Oh,
may have
thank you.
failed in certain places, and maybe we didn't. They didn't do this the way we had hoped, or maybe this was a missed opportunity. But they didn't have a Marion figure. They went completely opposite with Willie and that whole thing. And you're like, I have to give them credit for just trying something completely different and having the courage to put that forth. And I wrestle with that. I'm like, but it was a horrible idea and it sucked. But I now, when I see things, that say there's something that I don't like, or somebody has a new album or whatever the hell it is, I kind of go, wait a minute, but Pete Mummert, that entire season, that whole season kept reminding me, hey, listen, they tried something new, and you get credit for trying something new.
You know what? I have to say, to me, the thing about them trying something, it wasn't also just that they tried something new. It was that they swung for the fences. Like, they took some big chances.
Yeah.
They didn't play it safe. And a lot of stuff, even if they do try something new, they'd play it very safe. And they didn't. And I thought that was...
Yeah, they didn't. And that has stayed with me low for 9 years.
Wow.
And I think about that, and I guess hopefully it's sort of softened my attitude on the world.
Aw.
When I go through and
I love that.
I try the Melba toast Slurpee at 7-Eleven.
Someone had to do it.
And I go, this is the most repulsive thing. What would Pete Mummert? They swung for the fences with the Melba toast.
Temple of Doom is definitely the weirdest for me because, like, it's like the movie of the year in like 1984, and I'm 13 years old, so I grow up. Since then, I was like, oh yeah, it's one of my favorite movies, Temple of Doom.
You
But
hated it when we talked about it.
I know you're right, and if I go back and listen, that's true, but it doesn't feel right because I do like that movie. But at the time, I was like, every turn, I was like, oh, this really isn't Raiders. Oh my gosh, why'd they do it this way? Oh no. But it was really fun. There were two fun discoveries in terms of the movies. I really liked discovering that even though Willie was kind of off and on for me, that I really, really liked Kate Capshaw in that movie.
Yeah.
That I think she did a great job with what she had.
Yeah.
And then I also really like discovering that Mutt is not the problem with Crystal Skull, and that I actually really liked him in the first maybe half of the movie or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's great. The Mutt was not the problem in Crystal Skull. Yeah.
Like the people just kind of cast him as like the Jar Jar or something. Like,
Yes.
No. It's not exactly, didn't totally work out, but no, there was some good stuff there.
One of the things I really enjoyed, I'll say for you, Tommy, is your summaries of the minutes.
Oh, incredible.
Really were fantastic, and they really helped me understand and then forget the complete plot of all these movies and the arc and you did fantastic job.
So we're going to make a coffee table book with pictures from the movie and all of our summaries and Jerry's notes.
And I mean, Tom did everything. Like Tom did all the editing. Tom did all the.
Let's be
Well, you
clear.
did a lot of editing in the first couple of years.
Well, yeah, but then I ducked out, and you've done an incredible amount of work, completely unsung and
It's a labor of
unrecognized,
love.
and it's incredible. And which makes me think. One of the things I think is remarkable about doing this for 10 years is that we not only do we not hate each other, but I feel like I love you guys even more than when we started. Like somehow, even though we we're forced under maybe it is because we're forced under duress to talk about these movies.
They call it trauma bonding.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been through some stuff. We've been through Crystal Skull, for God's sake. Oh, man. I don't know. Now what do we do? It's like the sleepovers ending or something.
Oh, yeah. It's like
You could hear your dad.
Yeah.
You could hear the steps, like the footsteps upstairs, like the
Oh my
floor
God! Someone's
creaking.
about to make breakfast.
Yeah.
They
I
haven't gone
know
to bed yet.
you hear the toaster go poo.
And it's like, wait, how is he awake? It's only midnight.
Yeah.
And then you look at the clock and it's like 5:23
Yeah.
a.m. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm ruined.
We've been up all night.
We got to get to sleep so we can go to the mall tomorrow.
It's freaking be like, oh, I got a track meet. I have to get up at 7:30 and run.
That wasn't me. That wasn't my problem. Ever. Don't you worry about me.
Sun's coming up. You start to hear like in Cleveland where it was raining all the time. You'd hear the.
What the hell's he doing?
I have no idea.
That would be the cars going by. That would be rush hour morning traffic.
Okay. Theater of the mind here on the Indiana Jones Minute.
Our resident Foley artist.
Michael Winslow brings you Cleveland in the morning.
Michael Winslow.
Oh, man. Well, as you can tell, I guess we're going to keep doing this forever in some form. Either
Yeah,
just
I think we
personally,
are.
just talking to each other on the phone, or in future episodes for you guys. But yeah, in all sincerity, please stay subscribed to this because we will be back in some form, both on another thing and here. I can't thank everyone enough for being so awesome for the last 10 years. It's really been kind of incredible.
Thank you, everybody. This has been incredible.
Yeah. This wouldn't feel like it. How about this? This would not have felt like an achievement, the three of us talking to each other for 10 years about Indiana Jones movies, if none of you nice people hadn't cared. That
Yeah.
makes it all absolutely worth it and kind of awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jerry disagrees completely.
I'm trying to be solemn.
Oh, that's beautiful. Should we
My
remember
hands are folded like it's my confirmation.
You're waiting for your name to be called so you can read your poem that you wrote.
Tell them I'll never forget. I was like, yeah, it's. I want to be Marcus. They're like, there was no Saint Marcus. That's a Roman name. There's Saint Mark, and I'm like, Marcus. And they're like, well, how about Saint Mark? No, Marcus.
Call
Marcus.
me whatever you want. I'm Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus are the ones that crucified. Oh boy.
Well, what do you do? Should we end this with like a final Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
haven't done those in a while.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Okay, here we go.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Here we
Tell
go.
me, do the
Ready?
countdown.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Jones! Thank you, everybody. This has been the Indiana Jones Minute. We won't be back next week, but we might be back someday. So keep listening and keep us in your hearts right here on the Indiana Jones Minute. Welcome to the Indiana Jones Minute, the podcast where we celebrate and discuss Raiders of the Lost Ark 1 minute at a time. I'm one of your three hosts, Tom Taylor, and with me are Jerry Porter.
Hello.
And Pete Mummert.
That's me.
And we are here because we are all... the way this is going to work is we'll start with minute 1. We're going to do that today. We'll discuss it as much as we possibly can. We're going to discuss every
Start. If
week.
you see the Paramount thing, you're like, oh, yeah, I see that all the time in front of movies, whatever. There's anything else. But then you're like, it's
Maybe we're jumping into
actually
this too quickly, but
captivating.
what does that
Especially
title
when you're
mean?
younger.
Who are the Raiders? Like, it's a funny word to use. You know, it's not Seekers of the
Play this
Lost
game. I
Ark.
have a
or
great
it's
game I
not-
want to play with Jerry. So who does Paul Freeman play,
I
Jerry?
know you nerded out on it too.
Oh my gosh!
So you know what I'm talking about?
Stop this.
Don Lemon Mountain or whatever it
The first
is.
thing you see after the
Yeah,
mountain, the original
Is
Paramount
you see
Mountain.
something block out the frame, and then all of a
exactly.
sudden you just see
So
this
now we're gonna
giant
play a
whip.
game, Tom.
Yeah.
No, you're not really
Showed
thinking
you a
he's a raider.
world
You're like, oh, there's the raider.
where you're
He
like,
had his Raider outfit on.
hey, I can do
all
my
knew about
homework
him about Raiders
and
Reason
get
why
the
all
girls.
three of us are here doing this together is
and
because
travel
Jerry and
around.
I had the
And
same
actually, you know,
ancient
there was-
history
it
teacher
was
in college,
exciting.
fueled
to
by
be,
our love
an
of Indiana
archaeologist.
Jones.
Facebook. Find us
Oh,
on
absolutely.
Twitter. That's cool.
Find us on Instagram.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Find us on Tinder. You can find us everywhere.
Covering all our virtual bases. Please join us again tomorrow for minute 2 of the Indiana Jones. That doesn't work. 'Cause that's minute 2
I
of
think
the
you should
Indiana
sign it off.
Jones minute.
Hatana Matosu.
No, we haven't gotten there yet. But join us back here tomorrow for minute 2 of Raiders of the Lost Ark, right here on the Indiana Jones Minute.
Jones.
Jones.